Listen,
it's a Kendra
Trust TV. We're back on another video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you check this out. This is for educational purpose only. Let's listen to this shit. And let me say this. This is not just for Africa. This is for blacks in America. Tell me this stuff don't relate.
Tested and perfected over centuries. You'd start by making sure Africa never unites.
Make sure black people never unite in America.
The easiest way to do that is by keeping people divided along
based on hue of color, religious beliefs.
If they ever start working together, remind them of past grievances.
Yeah, where you
stoke old wounds.
Right. And you know how they do that? This gender war, black men versus black women, right? Stoke old wounds where one of them did do right to each other. How are they doing this? Religious, any type of grievances we had with each other. Keep going.
Remind them of past grievances.
Right.
Stoke old wounds.
Right.
Fund separatist movements.
Right.
Keep border disputes unresolved.
And that's
Make
Black
sure
Lives
every
Matter.
time they take one step forward, they take 2 steps back because they're too busy fighting each other.
Right.
You'd
Black men and black women
who serve foreign interests, not their people.
Right. We get Al Sharpton and all of them.
The most easily manipulated.
Right.
The ones who crave wealth and status.
Right. All them black elites that got all that money that don't help their community.
In exchange for loyalty.
Right.
If a leader rises who actually cares about Africa,
Martin Luther King, they care about black folk, you get rid of them, right? Martin Luther King.
But if that's too messy, just destabilize their government and back a coup.
Right? Terrorist
If they talk about nationalizing resources,
white supremacy,
make an
gangs,
out of
all of that. Right.
If they try to unite Africa, take
or any
them out
black
before
people.
The idea spreads.
Bingo.
You'd keep Africa economically weak by making sure
they
it
keep
never
us economically weak.
Let them
we already
export raw materials, but never process them themselves.
Never let us have anything.
Mines,
have our own
fields,
right. So we have to go to you for bank loans and everything.
Cheap and buying expensive.
Right.
If a country tries to break free and build its own industries,
right.
Sabotage it.
Right.
Place sanctions, destabilize its
right.
currency.
That's what they did in New York. That's what they did in New York when black people did Airbnb. They started creating laws to prohibit the people who own the Airbnbs. They made sanctions. They stopped doing CDPAP. They made sanctions for CDPAP. They made sanctions for home care. They made it so that you can't work past a certain amount of hours. They start, and this is in everywhere. Come on, I'm just showing you where this also happened in America, y'all.
Its own industries, sabotage it, place sanctions, destabilize its currency, fund local opposition, crash its economy.
Right.
If that
that's what they're doing now.
Orchestrate a civil war.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I gotta pause and scream my opinion. Right. That's the reason why Donald Trump has been trying to declare martial law on black people. Right. They need a civil war between black and whites, and that's why all else fail. They need to orchestrate this. I'm just letting y'all know everything they saying that they talking about Africa is what they're also doing right here in Americas. Let's keep going.
They ain't talking about everything.
People can't build when they're too busy crash its economy.
Right.
If that doesn't work,
that's what they're doing now.
War.
Right. That's what they're doing now.
People can't build when they're too busy trying to survive.
Right.
You'd make sure their education system produces workers.
Right. That's what they've been doing to us in our education system.
History that glorifies their oppressors.
Whoa.
Make them think their cultures are primitive.
Right. Make them think their cultures are primitive and make them have education that glorifies their oppressor. Is that not the transatlantic slave trade, where they make you think you are a peasant, poor slave who was beaten and whipped by their people, and you celebrate it all year long, and now they got to give you Black History Month when all your people were great and never was ever slaves under white people who were also slaves, but enslaved by other foreign black nations? I don't want to go into history, but if you know, you know. Come on.
Teach them history that glorifies their oppressors. Make them think their cultures are primitive.
Right.
Their ancestors were savages.
Right.
Their future depends on foreign approval.
Right. Ooh,
Train them to memorize, not to think critically.
Right.
Keep their best and brightest looking overseas for opportunities.
Right. You got the black
Make
people
them dream of escaping Africa rather than fixing it.
Again, that's what they're doing in America. They're making black people dream of leaving, and black people are going to leave. Like I said, that mass exodus will come. Instead of fixing it, they're going to leave because they ain't going to want to deal with it no more. And you have a lot of black expats ready to pack up and go.
That never encourage them to offer scholarships that take their top minds to the West, looking overseas for opportunities.
Right.
Make them dream of escaping Africa rather than fixing it. Offer scholarships that take their top minds to the West and never encourage them to return.
How do they do this in America? They take our top minds and use it for the benefits of white folk in America. Come on, hold on, let them go. Right. No, we don't. Everybody don't know this.
Engineers them to return. Let the continent keep training doctors and engineers only for them to go enrich other nations.
Right? That's what they do in our house.
Narratives.
Right.
Own their media.
All our doctors go to their hospitals,
stories,
never make their own.
Their image to the world.
They take the
Make
image.
them believe they are corrupt, hopeless.
Right. Thank you. Make black people feel like they corrupt and hopeless and can't do nothing great without white people. That's what some of these movies is. You'll have a great white hope who solve all the issues in the black community like we can't do it ourselves. Make you feel codependent on foreign, white people foreign. We are American Indian. Get it? Come on, y'all. Hello, somebody. They telling you they plan. They tell you what they have done. They don't reinvent nothing. Nothing's new under the sun. They're doing this stuff right now in America.
Believe they are helpless without foreign aid. Downplay their successes.
Downplay our successes.
Their victories into
Why do you think stuff like P. Diddy getting all of them doing that evil stuff in Hollywood, but only P. Diddy and all these black celebrities getting caught up? Come on, make it make sense. Come on. Not saying they shouldn't, but still.
Groundbreaking innovation.
If black people, right.
If an African leader
That's everything. That's everything. Any invention, anything that black people have done, even from taking our DNA and curing things such as palsy. Even when the DNA was curing the palsy, they gave the credit and the money to the white man and let that woman die broke, and her family never got paid for that. Come on.
African leader implements a successful policy, frame it as an anomaly rather than proof of competence.
Right.
You'd make sure they remain dependent. Drown them in debt.
Right.
If you wanted to stop Africa...
Drown you in debt. That's why no matter what you think of to get yourself out of debt, you can't get a bank to loan you any money. You can't get them. They want you to stay decimated and depleted. This is how everything they just said, and this was off. I think this man got this from Chat GPT or something like that. I'm assuming. I don't know. But anyway, they're letting you know the systems that they have created to keep black people the way they have kept them, the status quo. They have just exposed themselves. So now y'all can't say that y'all don't know. This has been implemented and done for decades now, right in front of our eyes. All right, this is Kendra with Trust TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay up, stay blessed. Put God first above all else. Peace out. Bye.